launched August 28th, and there's just been so much happening the past couple weeks. It's been like in overdrive a little bit. I had a writing conference, which I told you all about, bootstrapping that writing conference. I worked 3 jobs so I could get a lot of money to perhaps take the offer that was on the table for my book that I just wrote. And I enjoyed it, and there were parts of it that I was not prepared to listen to. In this conference, it was more geared toward how to get money fast, which is like the fastest route to the biggest money for publishing my book. And it was like a little annoying because there were people that hadn't written anything at all. They just like had ideas for the book, and here I just finished writing my book and I'm submitting them to agents. So I wanted to think of an alternative route for me to what should I do with the book after it's done. Do I want to use that as keynote speaking or holding my own conferences? And I've thought about that for a while, but I don't know how long I want to sustain that because I would want to do other things. So conferences is like definitely out for me, and if that's your path, go for it. By the second day, I was just like exhausted, so I just needed to spend some time on me, and I was getting a little sick, so there was that too. And what was interesting about this writing conference is that this is all how-to books. So here where mine is it's a memoir. This writing conference was focused on just making sure that you write a how-to book and you use that to market and leverage yourself so you can make a lot more, like even in one day. That's great. However, I'm using that to leverage my business that I just started on Amazon doing FBA. So there's 3 areas of my life which are happening very quickly right now. The book, so there's that piece. I'm submitting this to agents. I'm doing a lot of consideration and tweaking. Should I change the book? How should that be done? And then there's the next aspect, which is the business I just started, my own private label on selling on Amazon. So that is the journey in itself, and bootstrapping that too. I just got my product in, a product sample. You guys have seen me wear that a lot, and I've sold more of them. Like I'll wear them to parties, and that's how I'm also getting my own clients, because if I network well and it needs to work for me, how can I monetize on that? So I wear them to parties, and then I'll like unsnap it and I'll say, oh my gosh, this is so great, you should try it. So a lot of people all of a sudden then their posture works well. And how does this fit into my business? This fits into my business because the business name is Unapologetically Learning. So we're all about digital nomads, about CEOing a large majority of our life. We're about traveling. So with this is the first product I'll sell out of many, which you guys are seeing as they're coming in. I'm having some huge bouts of leaps of faith, which is a vehicle that helps you get to where you're going, not something that will give it to you. That's faith for me. And that the book sales already within itself will generate for the FBA stuff that I'm doing. That's one thing. So I just ordered samples from one person and I loved it so much, but in our communication, she keeps upping the prices. She would tell me that it was one flat rate and then tell me it was also including shipping. And then when I would contact her 1 or 2 days later, then she would up the price and then forget that she told me a previous price, even though you can scroll up on the conversation. So that's been annoying. So I'm gonna do what was recommended to me in my e-course which is to reach out to several different suppliers for one product, which I was ready to do, but once I felt this one, I fell in love with it. So that's my first lesson to you guys, is that you just don't fall into just that first one. Thank God I hadn't like completely ordered a whole bunch of supplies, just something easy. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm also doing mailing lists. So because I am my own best marketer, not only do you have to write the book or purchase the products, but you are 120% in charge of marketing to make sure these things sell. So how am I monetizing on that? When I meet different people, when I talk about my book, or I show them the back straps, which you all can use as digital nomads to fix our postures, because everybody's hunching over in this cafe that I'm at right now. And when you're backpacking, it's going to be great. It's going to help you keep your posture together. Equestrian riding, women with big breasts, anybody who wants to fix your posture when you sleep kind of weird at night, it's going to be great. So I use that. People to give me their business cards, so when the book comes out, I can send them the list on my webpage. So that's how I'm creating that email list to monetize on it. And then instructional videos, not really monetizing, I'm just sharing with you all my experience. So that's about it. That's what today's going to look like. I'm going to go to the studio to check out one of the videographers that I met at the Small Business Expo has invited me to come check out the studio, and we can talk prices on a quick commercial that I'm doing for the website. And then I'll also have a photo shoot coming up for the products that I'll be selling, so I can list those on Amazon. So what else? There's so much. But yeah, just a mailing list, I think, for today. Once I learn how to do that and completely master that, I will be sure to like share with you guys how I did that and what platforms, because I've been looking around online everywhere, and some of them are just HTML code, some of them are systems that you purchase. So I'll do a lot of digging, and then I'll let you know how that works, because we're kind of diving into that together. And then I'll let you guys know about what happens with the video from videography. Alright. So what else? When I traveled to Thailand, the third piece of stress is that my lease ends, and I'm going back traveling to Thailand in a couple weeks. So October 3rd I will be there. And everything, just like the universe works out perfectly, I'm going to have, let me turn this on, my arms. So they're going to be having the Digital Nomadic Conference again that they host every year in Chiang Mai in January. So not only did I buy those tickets and I found out everything works out, I will be attending the Digital Nomad Conference. I'm so excited to meet all of you guys and party so hard in this new capital and meet a new bunch of peers. It's going to be just like amazing, because Sista is tired of basic. Y'all hear me? I'm so tired of basic. So yeah, Chiang Mai. Also, what am I going to do with my stuff? How much stuff should I take? I do want to let you know of a really cool mail forwarding mailbox that I found. So when I am abroad, I won't have to worry too much about missing any pieces of mail. This is travelingmailbox.com. This is the cheapest that I found. The one in Tim Ferriss's 3-Hour Workweek. It's about $100 and something a month. And if I'm bootstrapping it, or most of you all are also doing the same, or just on a budget or backpacking, it's, by the way, they're not endorsing me. I get nothing from them, but just letting you know what I found. Yeah, it's really good. Like, let me read out to you some of the pricing. This is a scan service. You can view your mail anywhere. You send it to a digital address where your mail goes, and they will scan it and send it to you. That way you're not missing out. If you have any checks coming in, because a lot of us work really hard before we go overseas, they will send your check to your bank, so it will be deposited on your behalf, and you can forward any of your mail to you wherever you are in the world. It's mail forwarding service. So you can scan it and see what's in it. They scan the first page, and then you let them know if you want them to open it or shred it. And then it's pretty great. So for a basic plan, it's $15, extended $25, and small business is $55. And that's travelingmailbox.com. I also changed to a new bank, which I was telling you guys about that before. Our friends in Delta Chi were talking to us about their trip to China. So I would recommend, if you can, doing an Aspiration account. This has no fees whatsoever, so when you go to an ATM, you're not getting charged. You don't get charged monthly, nothing, no sort of like subscription or anything like that, so you can just travel smarter. And let's see what else. My packing, I'm gonna have to make another video about that, but yeah, I'm just excited to like pack as lightly as possible and use my money to help extend what's happening. And this is like bootstrap. This is just like, bootstrapping means you are doing everything up front. So a large majority of people will say that they're making $100,000 a year, but it costs them $1,200 or $1,245,000. It's because you're putting all of it on credit. So bootstrapping is just where you have it, and if you don't have the cash for it, you don't have it. So we're just pouring out all of our resources into a situation to better ourselves, and we're working smarter, not harder. Well, I don't want to say that's what bootstrapping is, but what I'm doing. And that's the urban, like the nomadic life for digital nomads. So just a few things today. I will be doing that 30 under 30, my 30 tips to entrepreneurs under 30 or at 30. And it's for everyone, but just a few things that have helped me along my journey, and some tips and tricks that might make some bumps not so bumpy. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe. I will list all the links for both Traveling Mailbox, for Alibaba, if that's where you're starting out, to also the e-course that I use, and then Traveling Mailbox, and all of the information that I've shared with you about the bank, Aspiration. Okay, yeah, please comment, like, and subscribe if it feels natural to you. Have an awesome Monday.